I think you guys know the gig at this point. We've been on a journey to declutter my 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house with 11 closets. This decluttering journey started last spring, I think, or right before spring. And I'm still not done. So this is your sign if you're decluttering, don't give up. It takes time. Anywho, I decided to tackle this dreaded project of decluttering underneath of my kitchen sink. I would say it's probably been about 2 to 3 years since I last did this. And as you can see, there's definitely some damage down here. Mainly just a lot of junk and some old cleaning gloves, empty products, and there's definitely rolls of paper towel and so many empty coffee cans. I didn't even know what the heck this thing was. I ended up donating it. Let me say that this project ended up being a lot worse than I thought it was. I ended up finding something really moldy down here. You're just gonna have to follow along if you want to see what it is. It was really disgusting, and I feel like I've been getting a whiff of something in the kitchen for a really long time now, and I now know what it was. Sometimes I'll put away a rag with a cleaning product when I'm using it at the end of the day, thinking it's really not that dirty, I'll use it again, and then it ends up getting shoved down underneath of here, so that's why all those rags are down here. And God only knows what that sponge and toothbrush was used for, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss those. I realized this job was nastier than I thought it was once I picked up this liner. The liner was completely shot, and underneath was pretty gross with God only knows what. At this point, I know I need to go ahead and glove up, but these were suspicious, so I threw them away. Lucky for me, I knew I was going to be doing all of this decluttering and spring cleaning, so I went to Dollar Tree the other day and stocked up on a couple of pairs of new cleaning gloves. Now we're getting down to business. I'm completely saturating the bottom of this cabinet in water and vinegar. Then I went in fairly quickly and started my base clean just to wipe away that initial layer of dirt and grime. In a perfect world, I would probably rip all of these cupboards out and replace them, but let's be real, I'm not doing that anytime soon. So for now, I'm just going to use what I have and make the most of it. After cleaning up that initial layer, I went back in and saturated the whole entire inside of the cabinet yet again. Obviously, while I'm down here, I'm going to take the time to clean off the wood trim and the base areas around. It was at this point in the project, I decided I need to go ahead and put in some headphones and really zone out. My girls were at school and my son was taking his nap, so this was my time to shine and knock this project out. As one does when decluttering, after emptying it out, I got a garbage bag and started to go through all of my stuff. I'm pretty simple when it comes to the cleaning supplies I like to use inside my house. I'm pretty much a water and vinegar girl, bleach on my toilets when I need it, maybe a few sprinkles of powder and some Mr. Magic erasers, and of course I love to use Mrs. Meyer's spray. It works so well and it smells absolutely amazing. But other than the basics, I really don't like to have a ton of extra cleaning products around. They take up a lot of space. I did start one small donation pile and then threw away anything else that was empty. I was tempted to throw out even more random cleaning supplies, but I did end up keeping a few because I felt guilty. I figured I could try and use them up this spring when doing all of the spring cleaning and even outside. I had a giant brand new thing of Jet Dry finish spray down here. I didn't even know it was down here. That's what happens when everything is a cluttered up mess. You can't even see what you have. I had a lot more empty cleaning products down here than I thought. I love to save those Folgers coffee bins because I feel like they come in such handy. Like I said, follow along because one of these little bins has a little surprise in there for me. I've used these for a variation of different reasons. I've used them to paint the house, I've used them to pour oil into, and even in the summer for the kids to make bug houses out of. This is one of those areas that it's like when the door shuts, no one's really gonna know. But it's like I know, and my husband knows. It needed to be done. It really got me excited to go ahead and tackle the next decluttering project.